Hello, and welcome back to the Conscious Code series on the Embody Me podcast. I'm Crystal Renee, and I'm here to guide you along each sun transit into all 64 archetypes of the human design gates, or the I Ching, or the gene keys, however the I Ching hexagrams is really what they originate from. So today we're talking about gate 26, and I refer to this gate as the heart-centered marketer. So in human design, this gate is called the gate of the taming power of the great, or the egoist, or the gate of integrity. And this is in the heart center, and it's moving towards the spleen through the channel of surrender, linked to gate 44. And in the gene keys, this is considered the sacred tricksters. So that's an interesting name. And this is in the tropical sign of Sagittarius and the Vedic sign of Scorpio, specifically in the Jyeshta nakshatra. In the I Ching, this is called Taming Power of the Great, which is kind of where the human design name was derived from. It's also called Heaven's Light within the mountain. The overall energy of this is kind of like the sacred salesperson. It represents a complex energy that embodies both the ambition for material wealth and prestige, and the profound ability to sell dreams and visions to others. So on one side of the spectrum, this gate drives individuals to chase positions of great power or status, vigorously pursuing their goals, often with an innate ability to persuade and manipulate memories. And this can lead to exaggeration and even deceit of integrity if not maintained. But on the more positive end, it's about alignment, integrity, empowerment, and the courageous nurturing of an abundant future. So this can manifest as a passionate championing of dreams, using the power of will from the heart center harmoniously to help others thrive. So here, manipulation becomes an honest and open-hearted effort to elevate others to higher states of being as well. Because in your mind, you're already there with this gate, right? So in the gene keys, the shadow is pride. And this is characterized by a sense of ego and power, seeking to manipulate or control others for personal gain. We all know what pride is, right? And in your repressive nature, you can show up as being manipulative, where you put others down or use guilt and shame as subtle weapons. And you don't feel accountable for your actions or how you make others feel. And pride, it's pride that is rooted in fear, which always leads to manipulation. And in your reactive nature, you're more boastful, where it's like, pride that we know so well as ego, trying to draw attention to yourself to be visible, not realizing that your acts and words have the opposite effect than what they were intended to, drawing jealousy, resentment, or inspiring greed. And in your shadow, of course, you could be controlling. You have a fear-based ego. It's like an ego based on not being able to succeed, right? So it's all fear-based. And then you big yourself up to make yourself look better than how you actually feel inside. And with that, there's a lack of integrity. And then you can kind of go into power trips or exaggeration. And it's hard for you to find balance with genuine service in your shadow. But in your gift, which is artfulness, this is like heart marketing, and it represents a more authentic and heart-centered approach to life, where you learn to use your persuasive abilities, not for ego-driven purposes, but to communicate from the heart. You're the champion of dreams, and you help people see that their dreams can come true. You have the power to see a brighter future and believe in the abundance of life. So with this gift, you can inspire and uplift others, selling them on the vision of a better tomorrow. By embodying integrity and aligning your actions with your beliefs, you can become a beacon of hope and create positive change in your tribe and community. So you're able to sell things very well, especially if you're passionate about those things and you ultimately believe that they can help humanity, and your integrity, you're in alignment with your integrity. And in your gift state, you trust in abundance. You believe that it's possible for you and everyone else. You add value and contribution, which allows you to recognize your own worth. And you're very artful and playful, which is a good skills to have, being a marketer type, being somebody that basically sells whatever it is that you want people to follow you on in your journey. Like, hey, I have this amazing thing. It'll help you. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about it from my heart with integrity. And it's like people just want to join you in whatever it is that you're doing. And of course, the highest state of frequency, or Siddhi state, is invisibility. And that represents a state of profound wisdom and understanding where the ego completely dissolves and you transcend individually. It's like you become one with everything, or you become invisible. Like you're no longer trying to stand out so much and be heard, but you're more like you fall into the background and become all of it. So some contemplative questions for this gate are: where have I given into the fears of lack and scarcity? Because that's where you could fall into your shadow. Being aware of those things helps you embrace that and then further embody your gifts. And in what ways has that led me to control or manipulate the people around me? It's time to get super real with ourselves. And what do I need to do to bring myself back into integrity with myself and with others? And some tips that you could use to further embrace your shadow of pride and embody your gift of artfulness is to cultivate self-awareness and start becoming more self-aware of your ego's tendencies. Notice when you feel excessive pride, manipulation, or the need for control. Embrace vulnerability. Explore vulnerability as a source of authentic connection with others. Embrace it to foster deeper relationships and trust, aligning with the heart-centered approach of the gift of artfulness. And use persuasion for the greater good. Utilize your persuasive abilities for positive change and transformation. Inspire and uplift others, aligning your salesmanship with a higher purpose. You have that gift. So that's it for gate 26, the heart-centered marketer. And I honestly wish I had this gate considering my line of work, but it is a beautiful gate, and I'm definitely going to tap into the energies during the 6 days that this, the sun is magnifying this in our lives. So until next time, the sun moves into the next gate.